Hey humans, Coach Mindy here with your Find the Drive workout of the day. Today we have try, which is a 4 rounds, 4 time of the following. 15 reps per side of weighted reverse lunges, single arm row to extension, single arm clean to thruster, and renegade push-ups. 15 per side of all of those movements, 4 rounds, 4 time. To get you warmed up, we're going to go through our warm-up 2 times, starting out with 30 seconds of up-downs. If jumping is not in the cards for you, hands down, step back, step forward, and stand. I do recommend if you are stepping to make sure you alternate which leg you lead with. 30 seconds of those, followed by 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Remember, short, sharp jumps to prevent those knees from collapsing in. Keep tension throughout those legs on both the in and the out. And then after 30 seconds there, you're going to do 10 each of the following, starting out with a good morning squat. So your feet are going to start in a squat stance, shoulder width apart, fingertips by your ears, hinging forward. When you get to the bottom of your good morning, in one motion, you're going to sit your chest up and then sit your butt down so you end in a squat and reverse it. Ten total reps there. Step your feet out, double shoulder wide for a wide toe sweep. Down to one side, sweep across, up, and then reverse it. 10 total reps there, into 10 lateral lunges, making sure we keep that foot facing forward, even if it has to rock up. We don't want it to flare out to the side. And push this knee out at the bottom, standing all the way up, and then down to the other side. 10 reps there. Then we're going to go down to the ground for our next 2 movements. Starting out with a high plank to downward dog. Taking your time, pushing your chest through. Maybe pedal your feet left and right. Stretch out those calves and hamstrings. And then to our push-ups, which we can do from the knees or the toes. Just make sure our chest is hitting the ground each time and we're not sinking our hips and doing the worm. All right, so 10 reps for each of those, and then the 2 30-second movements for 2 rounds. To get you ready for try. Try is 4 rounds, 4 time, 15 reps per side on all the movements, starting out with a weighted reverse lunge. So, grabbing a dumbbell or kettlebell, getting it up to the shoulder, big step back, lower that knee, standing all the way up, back to center. I'm going to do 15 on one side, switch hands, switch leg, and 15 on the other side. Making sure that lunge, even if you can't go all the way to the ground, we want to make sure that knee is stacked over our front heel and that back foot is upright. Don't let that ankle fall in. And make sure that the weight is in whatever hand you are stepping back with. 15 per side there. Then going back to the opposite side, our next movement is a row to extension. Looks like this. So, in a good morning position with our feet hips width apart, soft bend in that knee, chest up. The dumbbell's gonna be just outside of my knee. I'm gonna row, extend, return back to my shoulder, and lower. 15 per side. Next movement is our most complex movement of today. You're going to start out with your feet shoulder width apart, aka your squat stance. Dumbbell is going to start on the ground in between your feet, not out in front, and it's going to look like this. All right, so the first part of this movement is going to be a dumbbell clean. So with that dumbbell on the ground in between my feet, Eye on the horizon, chest up as much as possible. I'm not sinking my hips, but I'm not stretched out either. That just right spot. Stand tall, squeeze my butt, squeeze my gut. Bring that dumbbell to my shoulder and go down into a squat. From here, driving through my legs, punching overhead. I lower that dumbbell back to my shoulder, extend my arm down, and return to my start position. From the side, it's going to look like this. Set up position, standing tall, shrug, pull that dumbbell to my shoulder as I lower. Make sure I stand all the way up, squeezing the butt, squeeze the gut, before I punch that weight overhead. And then reset. 15 per side here, and I strongly suggest before you get into the workout to review this movement. It's a more complex movement, which means we get a lot of bang for our buck, but it's really easy for this to get sideways. So just remember, from your setup, you want to stand tall and bring that to your shoulder before you go into our squat, and you want to stand all the way up before you punch. Those are those two most important points of focus on this. Everything else will just kind of work itself out. If you have any questions on it though, let me know. All right, your final movement is going to be your renegade push-up. Both dumbbells in hands, because we're going to do 15 pulls per side. It's going to look like this. One push-up and one pull per side equals 1 rep. You're going to be doing 15 pulls per side. So you will be doing just a total of 15 reps with a push-up, but you will get 30 total rows with 15 per side. Look out for this is to make sure that we're not rocking side to side for that row. What I mean by that is when we go to row, keep those shoulders and hips squared to ground. Don't allow yourself to open up. If you want to try this from your toes for the row portion, please do so. Just make sure we don't lose or drop form on that push-up. So 15 reps per side, 4 rounds through of tries. Remember to go through that clean to thruster movement a couple times before the workout starts so you can get familiar with it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great workout.